Hey folks, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. And this is for Ip Man 2. Again, this is thanks to First Power 100 who sent me 4 films. Marin Tao, Ip Man 2, and Johnny Mnemonic. So that's why in October I'm taking some time. It's only like 2 days or so, folks. I'll get to those stuff. Don't worry about that. But the guy was nice enough to send me this stuff. And why not? So Ip Man 2 with Donnie Yen. I did a review for the first film. I enjoy the first film. Definitely one of you. Definitely in the top 3 Donnie Yen films. Had to watch Flashpoint again, see if it's my favorite, but Ip Man 2 is a worthy sequel. I think this came out around 2010. Has the same director coming back. For those wondering, is a little making of trailers. So, which is fine with me. Pretty much this takes place after the first film, where at the end of the first film he was wounded, but he and his family went to Hong Kong, and here it starts out with them being in Hong Kong. This is about, I think he said 1950. And now Ip Man, Donnie Yen's character, he's in Hong Kong trying to open up a school, but he's not finding a lot of students. And then one day a guy comes and says, hey, if I lose, if you can beat me up, I'll pay school fees. And so ultimately Donnie Yen, takes it easy on him. Ultimately beats him. The kid runs away, brings some friends, beats his friends, and then they vow, hey, please be our master. And they become his first pupils. And his place grows, gets more and more students, comes to a point where I think his star pupil, like the first guy, he's putting up posters. And these guys says, no, you can't put up posters, and who do you think you are? You think you think your kung fu is better than mine? And gets challenged, fights, he gets kidnapped. Ip Man has to go sort of like a market, fish market, to help his student out. They're like, hey, you brought the ransom? He's like, fuck no. Well, he didn't say that, but he pretty much like, no. Tries to be reasonable. They try to kick his ass. He kicks their ass. He gets like this wooden pallet blocking the shit out of the knives that they have, beating the shit out of them. Tossing it, throwing pallets, fucking people up left, right, and center. I'm not going to go in depth in the fight scenes. Check out the movie to see how the fight scenes are. That's the best way to do it, is just to check it out. And I think this was a good sequel. I like the first film. I like this film. Again, once again, it's about the same running time. It's fast-paced. Story was interesting enough. And this film, not a political movie at all. Just straightforward, to the point. Just fast-paced, decent story. Again, nothing you haven't seen before, but it kept me involved. And really well done fight scenes. Donnie Yen does a good job once again as Ip Man. I just felt this and the first one just really move at a good pace so that you're never bored. Ultimately, after that fight's done, you even have the robber from the first one. He was the guy who was trying to kick each master's ass at the beginning of the first film, and he came back as a robber, and Ip Man fucked him up, and in fact you find out he actually made one of his ears deaf. But now the guy's helping Ip Man out, and now he has a wife, and he has a kid, and he's helping Ip Man out. And all of a sudden Sammo Hung comes and goes to Donnie Yen, hey, if you want to set up a school, you don't have to do this little ceremony, and if you can beat us, then we'll call you master, and you can have a school here. But Ip Man and his students such are arrested. They get made bail. Ip Man goes to this fighting ceremony, which is pretty much, you have a bunch of sticks. And this is something like if you fight on this table, and if you, I don't know why, for some reason it made me think of that scene in Flash Gordon. Except the knives didn't come up from the table. I don't know why. It just made me think of that for some reason. But something about if you survive long, like if you hold up long enough, it's not to the death, but if you just stay there long enough for the incense to burn, we'll call you master. And so these two masters go up, each with their own fighting style. Ip Man ultimately kicks their ass, gets them off the table. Sammo Hung comes, and then they have this fight where they're pretty much fighting back and forth. You even have the table more and more keeps toppling, keeps loosening up and toppling, back and forth, back and forth. Even to a point where they're at the edge and they're both doing, blocking each other's movements in this very fluid dance, you could say, amidst the outskirts of the table. Ultimately, the table breaks, and the table flips, and they're able to land on either side of the room on top of their half of the table. It's been broken in half. And pretty much it's a draw, but they give them respect. But they also say, well, you have to pay this fee. And Ip Man's like, I'm not going to pay the fee if you have some other stuff you want me to do. Later on, Sammo gets a little bit pissed at that. Also, his students are giving Ip Man's students a hard time. And Ip Man confronts him about it. Sammo Hung goes, hey, you want to fight? So they have another little fight, but Sammo Hung's about ready to accidentally kick his own kid, and Ip Man saves him. As a cute, sort of chubby kid with a big old lollipop. Cute kid. Very cute kid. And because Ip Man helped him out, helped his son, helped it so that Sammo didn't kick his own son, he gives Donnie Yen some respect for that. So definitely newfound respect. And then the film turns into Rocky IV, which I thought was pretty cool. It reminded me so much of Rocky IV. You're like, what are you talking about? Well, it reminded me so much of Rocky IV. Just you have a person from another country. This, in this sense, is a Westerner who's a boxer. And this guy, unlike Dolph Lundgren, this guy is sort of acting like Clubber Lang, just being an asshole. Here he's being a racist, saying, oh, you guys just do is dance and this and that, insults their culture. But getting to the Rocky IV, Sammo Hung decides to fight the Westerner. And ultimately, kind of like Carl Weathers in Rocky IV, even though Donnie Yen or Stallone is telling Apollo or Sammo Hung, stop it, he's like, no. Sammo Hung or Carl Weathers is not going to give up. Ultimately, the Westerner, although I guess you could say Sammo Hung puts up more of a fight than Carl Weathers. And Sammo Hung is doing well, but I think it's like he has certain health problem, like asthma or something. He's being a little too heavy. And ultimately, the Westerner boxer, this asshole, kills him. Again, it just reminded me of Rocky IV. It's challenge. One guy dies. Your lead wants revenge, so he challenges the guy. And even at the end, gives a message to the Westerners, or like Rocky did to the Russians. I was ready for him to die and go, if you could change, if I could change, anybody could change. But no, it's more at the end of, I hope we all can respect each other. This wasn't about whether Chinese fighting was better than American fighting, or however he said it. It was just no one wants to be put down. No one wants to be felt lesser than they are. That's not the exact dialogue, but yeah, he pretty much challenges the Westerner, and at the same time, his woman is going to labor, and Donnie Yen has a really good fight, and definitely more of a back and forth than like the first fight in the last fight in the first movie. You could say Donnie Yen kind of won that a little bit too easily because the guy only got like 3 punches on Donnie Yen, but Donnie Yen just pummeled the guy, even though I really enjoyed that fight. Here is much more Donnie Yen, much more back and forth, where they're both getting it. And even just to a point where they tell him, well, you can't kick or you'll be disqualified. And that Donnie Yen's not sure what to do yet, but then he thinks and he adapts and he pulls through, fuck up the guy's arms, just pummeling the guy, gets him face down, pummels him, just punching repeatedly in the face, knocking his ass out, guy's face all bloody. I don't know why. I'm sure I'm the only one that, for some reason, the third act of this film made me think of Rocky IV as like his new friend, or maybe not new in Rocky IV, but Well, it was an adversary who became a friend, and then his friend is killed in this match, and the lead guy wants revenge, and the guy is someone of a different nationality from him, and has a little speech at the end. All that's missing is the training montage. But, I don't know, just mean, which I like that. I like that, actually. I was fine with that. Hey, anything to do with Rocky 4 is good in my book. Because Rocky 4 is a classic. I love Rocky 4 to death. But Ip Man 2, really a good sequel. Went at a fast pace. Once again, very straightforward, but kept me involved. I'd rather be him trying to get the school started, dealing with getting some new pupils, having to save his star pupil. Well, the first guy who trained him. The first guy he was training, helping him at the fish market. Then the training ceremony. God, I'm fucking up. The fighting ceremony on the table, well done, well choreographed, action, fight sequence. The whole thing with the Westerner boxer. Maybe through the Jet Li film. What was the Jet Li film? Born to Fight? It was with Born in the title. I haven't seen that in forever. That's a film I need to get one day. I remember seeing it once a long time ago, but it was so fucking dark. I think it was a really shitty DVD. So maybe there's a better DVD that actually has like good, you can actually see what's going on, especially during the finale. But I thought it was a really good fight scene, really well done fight scene at the end with the Westerner. Good back and forth, trading fisticuffs back and forth. The whole Rocky 4 thing didn't bother me. I liked it. And overall, just a straightforward, entertaining martial arts film, like the first film. If you're a fan of martial arts, definitely check out Ip Man 1 and 2. Sammo Hung also, I must say, he did good in the film. The guy who's the Westerner is a guy named Darren Shalavi. I'm not sure if I see him in other films. Oh, action director here was Sammo Hung. Sammo Hung was actually the action director in this. Really cool. Sammo Hung was the action director. Cool. Yeah, I thought this was a good sequel. It was well done. Do I like this more than the first one? I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe the first one a little bit more, but they're still both very solid action films. I don't know what more I can go in depth on. If you like martial arts films and if you watch on YouTube clips of Ip Man, if it seems like you're interested, check them out. Fun, entertaining martial arts, and Donnie Yen's really good in it. Very talented. But either way, thanks for watching. Thank you First Power 100 for sending me these. It's nice with my collection. And we will see you later. Thank you.